Personal story segment tonight. As you may know, the Fox TV program Family Guy took a cheap shot at Sarah Palin and her family by using a cartoon character with Down syndrome to mock her. Mrs. Palin, of course, has a Down syndrome baby. Well, we asked Dr. Frank Luntz to wire up the folks and get their reaction to the Frank situation, and Frank joins us now. Okay, the folks are whom?
Philadelphia voters.
Yes.
13 who voted for John McCain, 11 who voted for Barack Obama. And they watched both Sarah Palin and the cartoon itself. And the reaction we got was shocking to me.
Okay, let's roll the cartoon. Go.
Hi, Kush.
Wait a minute, that's the girl?
Yeah, isn't she special?
That's the way the state of Rhode Island would put it. There's something up with her, isn't there?
Yeah, she's got Down syndrome.
Oh, okay, well, there we go.
She's so sweet. And doesn't she have the most beautiful eyes?
Well, the spacing seems a tad off, but yeah, individually they're not awful.
You're gonna be this rude all evening? You haven't asked me anything about myself.
Oh, sorry. So what do your parents do?
That's better. My dad's an accountant, and my mom is the former governor of Alaska.
All right. Now, after she said former governor of Alaska, we cut it off, but where did the line go?
The Republican line tanked, and we asked them, if you think it's funny, you dial it up. If you think it's offensive, you dial it down. Now, I would have assumed that Democrats, they have a reputation of being more compassionate and more caring. Republicans have a reputation for being tougher, more no nonsense. And yet the Democrats didn't find that offensive, and the Republicans did.
So it's all about Palin, not about the material.
It's all about Palin. And look, the Family Guy people, it's almost an it's not almost, it is an insult. And when you've got people who are watching making fun of someone in that way, could you imagine what would have happened if a conservative had done that?
Well, yeah, there's always a double standard in the media, but there shouldn't be among the folks. So you're saying that basically that the people who voted for Barack Obama were not offended by this cartoon, but the people who voted for McCain were. Okay. I'm sorry it breaks down along party lines. Now, as you may know, Sarah Palin came on The Factor to address the controversy, so roll the tape on that.
So, Governor, what do you think? It's pretty nasty, is it not?
This world is full of cruel, cold-hearted people who would do such a thing. Look, I look at Trig, and I see perfection. I see a precious little child already toddling around. You can see that he has a heart of gold. I also can see into the future that Trig is going to have a pretty tough, challenging life in front of him. He's going to face things as special needs children will be facing much more difficult than we ever will. So why make it tougher on the special needs community? That's what I thought when I first heard about this episode that really isn't funny.
Okay.
I approach this without having any political allegiance. And I'm watching those dials go, and I have to tell you candidly that I'm thinking to myself, what the hell? This is not a former vice presidential candidate or a governor. This is a mom talking about a challenge with her children. A baby.
Right.
And
you can't go get above 50.
Among Obama voters. I don't understand that.
They hate her.
But shouldn't we look at the person first before the politics?
It isn't so much that, to me. The surprising part is she wasn't talking about anything herself. She was talking about her baby. And you couldn't get above 50% when she's talking about a special needs baby.
So where's the compassion?
There's not. And so they couldn't, the people that you wired up couldn't separate what happened from her.
Exactly.
And you saw the Republicans, they liked her. But I think they were probably listening to the conversation because when she hit the baby line, it went
But let me tell you, if you go back to the convention of 2008 when she talked about her children, at that point, Democrats gave her a very high rating.
She hadn't been demonized by
Exactly.
that time.
And that tells you that the demonizing works all the way through.
Well, it works in the Democratic